Hi there, Fat Girl Freestyle here. I want to give you guys an update. Um, but first, let me say for those who have the attention span of a Hot Pocket in a microwave, this is not the video for you. Please move on to something else rather than getting in the comments and complaining. Um, Everybody has been asking about the situation with the vampire, which I have been corrected. I called her an energy vampire, but it's a psychic vampire. She created a psychic connection to me when she touched me and when she took my energy. I'm learning so much about this, and while I am still glad I made the video, while I'm still glad I shared my experience, there are people who are calling me demonic and saying I'm possessed. Um, Telling me I need deliverance. And let me just say, I was happy just making videos with my son with our 230 subscribers. I was happy doing that. I didn't need to come here and say any of this, but I did it because I was trying to save my sanity. I was trying to put it out there to make connections with people so I could know that I wasn't crazy and there was nothing wrong with me. And I keep saying that. And there are a lot of people who have been supportive. And there are a lot of people who have shared their experiences. And there are a lot of people who have explained things to me I didn't know or didn't understand. And I'm grateful for that. But I didn't come here to be seen or be judged. I simply wanted to know that what happened to me was real and that it wasn't something I made in my mind. I've been having experiences all my life. And so many times I've been told to be quiet, don't say anything. And I know it breaks you down when people tell you to be quiet about something that you know happened, something that you know you've seen, even though it does not have a logical explanation. I'm emotional because I'm not used to all of this. I don't know what the fuck I thought was gonna happen, but I did not think it was gonna turn into all of this. Like I said, I was happy making my videos with my son and just having a regular life. And people have all of these questions, all of these things that they want to know. Why this? Why that? Why this? Why that? Do y'all not understand that some of this information is sensitive? And I cannot go putting out people's addresses. I cannot tell y'all where I went. I cannot tell y'all descriptions of houses. Like, who is gonna do that and put other people at risk by some nutcase on the internet? So y'all keep asking me, Where? I'm not telling you because that's not right. That's not okay for y'all to want access to information because y'all trying to go see something. That's insane. That is completely insane. And I understand we put a lot of stuff out on the internet, but to intentionally put somebody at risk, that is not my thing. I don't do that because I truly am still figuring all of this out. I went to someone, she saw my video, someone sent it to her, just random, and she realized that she knew me from childhood. I knew her mom. Her mom was a very powerful spiritual practitioner in the city, spiritual, religious healer. And she reached out to me and told me she wanted to help me, and she did. I went and met her on Sunday, and she helped me to connect a lot of dots, a lot of things that I had experienced in the past. And she let me know things about myself that I never knew, probably didn't want to acknowledge, I should say. But a lot of people have said that I have certain gifts. And she confirmed that for me. I told y'all that there's a particular house that I passed by, the same house that was in my dream. And it is familiar to me for a reason. I know that a lot of this stuff sounds crazy, but in meeting with her, I've been reminded of past lives. I've been reminded of dreams that I had years ago that at the time didn't make any sense, but now it does. And I just wanted to make this video, number one, to let y'all know that I'm okay. Um, she cleansed me. She did what she needed to do to kind of break that connection. But it doesn't end there. It's not that simple. It's still a process. I still have things that I have to do. I have to do spiritual baths. I have to have protections prepared. It's a process. But when somebody tells y'all something, just because it's never happened to you, just because you don't have any information about it, doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody has to prove anything to you. And this goes for people who have had experiences. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't owe them anything. As hard as this has been for me in this moment, these last few days, not even being able to leave my house. I haven't worked. I barely been talking to people. Like, I don't wish this on anybody to put themselves out there and have to deal with being called demonic or saying that they're possessed or that they're from the devil. Y'all don't know me to say any of that. And there's so many things in this world. Y'all will believe in Bigfoot. Y'all will believe that there are monsters in the Appalachians. Y'all will believe that a man got hung on a cross and died for the sins of the world and came back to life 3 days later. Y'all will believe that Moses parted the Red Seas. Y'all will believe that a bush was on fire and it was talking. But you won't believe a person when they say, I see ghosts. I've had a time slip. I went to a place that wasn't there. I had this experience. I encountered a vampire. But y'all will believe all those other things, but this stuff is impossible. And listen, I'm not a person who usually concerns myself with what people think of me, but this is a completely different element because I've never really put myself out there. I've never really put myself out to be seen and looked at by so many people. I was just making a video sharing my experience and I said, what the hell? I'm just going to put it out there. Completely expecting 5, 6 responses from people, hoping that they would be saying, this happened to me too. And I would have been relieved. But I didn't know it was going to go the way it did. It's insane. People are saying, well, it's for clout, it's for attention. Yeah. I want to get clout off of being called crazy or a liar. I want negative attention brought to me as an almost 48-year-old woman. Makes lots of sense. I'm not one of these people raised by the internet. I was raised in the real world. So none of this clout, attention, whatever you want to call it, none of it matters to me because I exist in the real world. But these are real things. Ghosts, spirits are real. Shadow people are real. I've never had an experience with an alien that I know of, but aliens are real. All of these things exist. And there are so many spaces between the spaces that we have no idea of. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter what you do or don't believe. And maybe the point of all of this, for me putting myself out here, maybe the whole point of me being the person to do this was to open the door for other people to come out. And a lot of people have been doing that. A lot of people have been talking about their experiences, sharing things at the risk of being judged and called crazy. But it's better to have that confirmation from others than those few little people who are going to say negative things. I read one of my comments today. A lady said, reading some of the comments under my video is why she doesn't talk about all the things that have happened to her. Please do not let any of the negativity stop you. And don't get me wrong, it's a bitch to deal with, because I'm sitting up here crying like a white woman, all emotional, because people are saying I'm possessed and demonic and all this other shit. But people who know me and know my heart know that none of that is true. Maybe this is just a small price to pay for other people to see me and hear my story. Always tell God, universe, angels, spirits, and ancestors, I am your servant. Allow me to be of service. And I guess this is part of my service. I know y'all looking at me and y'all like, man, she looks tired. I'm tired. I am tired. I'm worn out. I've had a lot on my mind the last few days, and a lot of tears have been shed. A lot of prayers have been prayed. I do have a lot more that I need to share. I don't know. Maybe I'll write about it instead of making a video about it. I don't know. Writing has always been my comfort. And maybe all of this is trying to draw me back to that. I don't know, but I learned a great deal about myself and about why some of us are chosen to have the experiences that we have. I've learned that it is so that we can be a beacon to other people, so that we can help them understand, so that we can understand each other, so that we can know we're connected to each other, so that we can know we are not alone in this world. And I mean that as human beings, we are not alone in this world. We are not the only ones roaming free on this earth. We are not the only ones roaming free in this realm. I just want y'all to have an abundance of grace and an abundance of understanding for people. Because this was not an easy thing for me to do. It's not an easy thing for me to talk about. But here I am. And if that's what I have been chosen to do, then I shall do it. And I'm going to do it as me every single time. Thank y'all for watching. I may get on live later. I don't know. We'll see. But as always, I love you.